Do you remember a cartoon full of bright colors, catchy songs, and somehow it was all about math? Yeah, I'm talking about Team Umizoomi, one of the most unique and creative shows that ever aired on Nickelodeon. With three incredibly lovable characters, Milli, Geo, and Bot, this series captured the attention of kids all around the world. And the most surprising part? It used math, something a lot of people find difficult, and turned it into something fun and almost magical.
In a world that's not so far away, Umi City.
Team Umizoomi first premiered in 2010, but it was much more than just a colorful cartoon with catchy songs and simple stories. It was like a school disguised as a game. The show helped kids learn important math concepts like counting, measuring, patterns, and shapes, all in a way that felt light, visual, and easy to understand. But what exactly made this show so memorable, and why do people still remember it so fondly today? Let's take a closer look.
Umi City! Numbers are everywhere! Umi alarm!
That sound means someone needs our help.
Umi car!
We should be at the playground in 7 seconds.
Count down with me! Umi shake!
2, 4, 6, 8, let's do the Umi shake!
I'm shaking like crazy! Umi friend! That's you! Welcome to the team!
Team Umizoomi, weekdays at 11:30 on Nick.
Umi-rific!
When Team Umizoomi first aired, it brought something very different to kids' television. While most shows focused only on adventure or comedy, this one had a clear goal to teach math to young children without ever feeling boring. And somehow, they made it feel completely natural. And the episodes were simple, everyday situations, helping a friend, finding a lost toy, fixing something that broke. But to solve these problems, the characters always used math, numbers, shapes, sizes, patterns, and the best part, the kids watching weren't just observing, they were participating.
It's a week of brand new episodes of Team Umizoomi.
All aboard!
Who's gonna get the train up the mountain?
We are Team Umizoomi!
Who's gonna fix the elephant fountain?
We are Team Umizoomi!
Get ready for shape building, patterns, and counting.
Yeah! Team Umizoomi!
Don't miss a week of brand new episodes of Team Umizoomi, continuing tomorrow morning at 11:30 on Nick.
Let's get our mighty math powers ready! Yeah! Team Umizoomi!
The show would ask questions, pause, and wait for you to answer out loud, counting along, solving problems. It felt like you were actually part of the team, and that made all the difference. Now, if you're thinking about other educational shows, you might remember Cyber Chase, another math-focused series that came out back in 2002. At first, it might seem like Team Umizoomi was inspired by it, but not really. Even though both teach math, they feel completely different. Cyber Chase takes place in a digital virtual world, while Team Umizoomi is set in a colorful city with everyday problems that kids can relate to.
You are now an official member of
Team Umizoomi!
Power Up for brand new episodes all week long.
Follow me!
Use your mighty math powers under the sea,
I see a star! It's a starfish!
over the trees,
Which school bus is number 57?
and through the supermarket.
8 blueberries coming up.
Join the world's tiniest superheroes for a week of brand new episodes.
Umizoomi!
Team Umizoomi, all new this week at 11:30 on Nick.
Now let's talk about the three main characters, the heart of the show. Milli, she's the leader of the team. She wears pink and has powers related to patterns and measurement. She can even change the patterns on her dress, teaching sequences and repetition in a fun, visual way. Geo, Milli's younger brother, he wears blue and is all about shapes. Using his special belt, he can create objects out of geometric forms, triangles, squares, circles, showing kids that shapes are everywhere around us. And then there's Bot, the green robot of the team, and probably the funniest one. He has a screen on his chest that shows incoming missions and a variety of tools that help the team solve problems. Each character had a different role, but together, they worked as a team, solving problems through logic and cooperation, and that made it easy for kids to connect with at least one of them.
Deep in the Umi City underground, a special unit has been assembled to take on a week of mighty math missions. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them,
Down here!
maybe you can call the Umi team.
Let's do it.
I love it when a plan comes together!
A week of all new episodes of Team Umizoomi starts this morning at 10 on Nick.
So what did a typical episode look like? Almost all of them followed the same structure. First, the team receives a mission. Then they explore the city, facing small challenges along the way. They use math to overcome obstacles, and in the end, they solve the main problem. All of this with colorful visuals, catchy songs, and constant interaction with the audience. Do you remember when the characters would ask a question and just wait for your answer? That feeling made it seem like you were actually part of the adventure, and that interactivity was one of the most important parts of the show. It wasn't just something you watched, it was something you experienced. Kids would think, respond, repeat, and feel like they were helping the mission succeed, which is incredibly powerful for early learning. Visually, the show also stood out. It combined 2D animation, 3D elements, and even real-world textures, creating a unique style that felt different from everything else at the time. Umi City, where everything takes place, was full of life, with fun side characters and vibrant environments that made every episode feel dynamic. And of course, the songs. They were catchy, energetic, and almost impossible to forget.
I can't get down. The ferry boat is leaving.
I can't stop!
Next week on Team Umizoomi, every second counts.
It's an emergency.
Race to the rescue in a week of all new mind-blowing math missions.
We have to push the button with the biggest number.
It's down to the wire and up to Team Umizoomi.
I'm gonna roll off this roof in 5 seconds.
Hold on to your helmets because every second counts. A week of all new episodes of Team Umizoomi starts Monday at 11:30 on Nick.
But Team Umizoomi wasn't just about teaching math. The show also focused on something just as important: values, empathy, teamwork, and never giving up. In almost every episode, the characters were helping someone, sometimes a friend, sometimes a small animal, or even something unusual like an object with feelings. And that taught kids a very important lesson: to understand others, to put themselves in someone else's place, and to help whenever they can. Even when the problem was difficult and the team never gave up, they would stop, think together, and find a solution. And that sends a powerful message. Every problem can be solved with patience, logic, and cooperation. And honestly, that kind of lesson is just as important as learning math itself, because the show made it clear that thinking and feeling go hand in hand, and that learning can be something fun, light, and full of adventure. Even though it was designed for very young kids, Team Umizoomi managed to impact an entire generation. The show ran for 4 seasons, with over 70 episodes, between 2010 and 2015. And that tells us something important. This wasn't just another kids show, it was carefully designed. The creators knew exactly how to capture children's attention while teaching something meaningful. Team Umizoomi proved that math can actually be fun, and that kids are much smarter than we sometimes think when they're given the right tools. And if you think the success of the show stopped on TV, not quite. And Umizoomi expanded into games, educational apps, and even toys that helped develop logical thinking. The apps were especially popular, and they followed the same idea as the show: teaching through play. Kids could build shapes with Geo, solve patterns with Milli, or complete challenges with Bot. It was a way of taking learning beyond the screen, turning Team Umizoomi into something bigger. And of course, we can't end this video without talking about the emotional side of Team Umizoomi. For many people, this show was their first contact with math. It's where they learned how to count, recognize shapes, solve small problems, and most importantly, understand that making mistakes is part of learning. If you grew up watching it, you probably remember the intro song, the repetitive melodies, and those moments when the characters would ask you something and wait for your answer. All of that stayed in your memory and in your heart. It's the kind of show that even as an adult, you look back on with a smile and think, why don't they make shows like this anymore? At a time when many cartoons focus only on entertainment, Team Umizoomi did something different. It entertained, it taught, and it created lasting memories. It showed that learning can be playful, that important values can be part of the story, and that it's possible to build a real connection with the audience. So whether you grew up with Team Umizoomi or you're just discovering it now, it's definitely worth going back and watching a few episodes. Because behind those colorful characters, there was a very well-crafted idea, designed to help kids grow in a simple, fun, and engaging way. It was a math lesson disguised as an adventure, with charismatic characters and a beautiful mission to turn numbers, shapes, and patterns into superpowers. And honestly, they did it. It's where the legacy of Team Umizoomi is still alive today, in old YouTube clips, in educational apps, and in the memories of those who were part of the Umizoomi team. And if there's one thing this show taught us, it's that with teamwork, logic, and creativity, you can solve any problem, even the complicated ones we face in real life.